Hello friends, welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's Emma here. Thank you so much for choosing to practice with me today. Let's go ahead and get started today in a seated position. So you're going to take a comfortable seat. Let's go right shin in front of the left shin. Cross the ankles. You could take half lotus if you prefer with the right leg on top. Feel free to sit on a blanket, bolster, or a block if that feels better. If sitting like this does not feel good at all, you can always take a kneeling position or modify to your liking. Just want you to take a few moments to notice the orientation of your spine. So if you're rounding your middle, lower, upper back, or your neck, just noticing that. Maybe you have a slight tendency to hinge forward or favor one side of your body. So try your best to shift to a nice even, equal position. So this cross-legged seat is called Sukhasana, easy. Sukh means easy, happy. So let this shape be relatively low effort. Only effort you're really putting in is to your breath. Start to lengthen and extend your breath, maybe 1 second at a time, until you find a nice 4 or 5 count inhale, 4 or 5 count exhale with a slight pause at the top and the bottom. If your day has been stressful thus far, maybe you rush to make it onto your mat. Try to make the exhales just slightly longer than the inhales. Helps to calm down your nervous system. Let your body know you are in a safe space. Same thing goes as we start to move. If anything starts to feel stressful or overwhelming, feel free to take a break from the poses and just come back to your breathing, focusing a little bit more on the exhales. Feel a grounding sensation at the bottom of your breath. On your next inhale, stretch both arms up overhead. Try to keep your eyes closed. Think about reaching up through the sides of your body. Imagine you could make space between your ribs. Turn your palms to face each other, or even the pinkies in a little bit. So the shoulder blades spread across your upper back. Pull your front ribs down. Imagine someone is pulling your hands up a little bit higher. And then we'll take a side bend to the right. Right hand down, little bend in the right elbow. Might feel nice to circle your left wrist here. Try to keep your left arm straight and strong. Reach through your pinky finger. The palm is facing down or even a little bit back behind you. So again, you feel that outer left shoulder and tricep wrapping around. Lead with your left arm. Sweep this all the way down and around until you end in a spinal twist. Right hand over to your left knee. Sitting up tall again, look back over your left shoulder. Keep your right hand where it is. Take your left arm up and over. Grab your opposite knee. Spread your shoulder blades. Feel a stretch in your upper back. Round your back a bit like cat pose. Tuck your chin to your chest. Soften the muscles in your face. And then keep your right arm on the bottom. Eagle arms. Lift your elbows. Push your forearms a little bit forward. Feel the front ribs pull down. You can stay there or shift your forearms to the right. Gaze off to the left for a little bit more stretch behind your left shoulder for 3, 2, 1. Come back to center. Unravel your arms. Plant your hands behind you, feet in front of you, bench pose. I like fingers forward. If that's too intense, fingers outwards. Lift your hips up, stretch your hip flexors, little squeeze of your glutes, kind of like a bridge pose. You can look up or drop your head back for 3, 2, And 1. Lower your hips down. Place your left shin in front of your right shin this time. Might feel a little bit awkward. Reach both arms up. Close your eyes once again. Tap in more to the feel of the stretch. Sitting bones going down, rib cage pulling in. Palms face each other, or maybe even a little bit back. So you feel the outer armpits wrap around. Feel space in your upper back. Lift the back of your skull. Reach up. And then left hand down, take a side bend. Bend your left elbow any amount. It might feel nice to circle your right wrist here. And try to wrap your top armpit a little bit forward. Little squeeze of your left obliques, left side waist. Take a big inhale. And then leading with your right arm, sweep this forward and around to the right until you end up in a spinal twist. Left hand to your right knee. You're sitting up tall again. Push your palm or fingertips into the mat behind you to help yourself sit up more. Keep your left hand there. Take your right arm up and over. Grab your opposite knee and round your back. Tuck your chin to your chest. Feel a spread through your shoulder blades. Think almost like cat back here. Keep your left arm on the bottom. Eagle wrap your arms. Lift your triceps off your chest. You can stay there. Shift your forearms to the left, gazing off to the right. Try not to twist from your belly. You're just moving your shoulders, your upper body, but your abdomen stays square to the front. Come back to center. Unravel your arms. Bench pose, round 2. Hands behind you, fingers forward or outwards. Toes point forward. Lift your hips. Little squeeze of your glutes. And release. Lower your hips down. It's also a nice stretch for the wrists. We'll go ahead here, cross over your ankles and find a tabletop position. Tabletop, hands and knees. If you want to stretch the wrists a little bit more, you could flip the fingers backwards while we move through some cat-cows. As you inhale, arch your back. Lift your tailbone, look up. Exhale, round your spine, squeeze your abdomen, tuck your chin to your chest. Again, really exaggerate and slow down the movement. Inhale, cow pose. Exhale, cat pose. You can keep going like this, or feel free to take some more organic freeform shapes, like circling out the hips, the shoulders, maybe drawing some figure 8s with your lower body. It's a great opportunity to check back in with your breath. Notice the quality of your thoughts here. Last 3, 2, 1. Now keeping your knees where they are, just sink your hips back towards your heels like a child's pose, but instead of the knees wide, feet together, we're keeping the legs like tabletop. Now as you inhale, think about gripping the mat with your hands, pulling your chest forward, think hip points towards your wrists. Draw your chest forward, shoulders a little back, stretch your hip flexors by pressing down with the tops of your feet. And then we'll do that again. Sink your hips back towards your heels, kind of like child's pose, but even a little rounding in your back here. Slight squeeze of your belly. Inhale, sink your hips forward. So it's kind of an extended or lengthened cat-cow. Exhale, push back to that child's pose. Let's do 1 or 2 more here. On your next inhale, sink your hips forward. Find that cobra pose with straight arms. The hip points forward, press down with the tops of the feet. Slowly start to bend your elbows. 5, lowering your chest for 4. Go slow. 3, 2, and 1. All the way down. Let's bind the hands behind the back. Keep the feet on the ground for this first one. Inhale, lift your chest. Pull your knuckles towards the wall or the space behind you. Slight tuck of your chin, lengthen the back of your neck. Crawl your ribs a little bit further forward for 3. Toenails push down. 2. And 1. Left ear to the ground, arms by your side. Take a deep breath into your lower back. And let it all go. Return your forehead to the mat. Wiggle your feet together. Bind your hands opposite thumb on top. This time keeping the legs together. Big toes and heels. Lift chest, legs, arms. Pull your knuckles back and imagine I'm grabbing your feet and pulling those back, making your legs straighter. Keep squeezing the inner thighs towards each other. It's not really about how high the legs go. Maybe part of your thighs peel off the mat for 3, 2, 1. Right ear to the ground. Take a deep breath in and out. Return your forehead to the mat. Plant your palms beside you and spike your toes to the ground. Squeeze your legs, feel your kneecaps and thighs lift up off the ground. Imagine pulling your belly button up towards your spine. Push your hands through your mat, gaze down as you come up to plank pose. Feel really strong through your arms and abdomen. Feel free to adjust your stance. Protract your shoulders, so feel some space in your upper back. Bend your knees, lift your heels, and push your belly back towards your thighs. You may need to shorten your stance just like an inch or so. The heels are still lifted. You're getting a stretch through the toes and the bottoms of your feet. Push your stomach onto your thighs as you lift your outer hips. Think about straightening your spine and the sides of your body. Relax your neck. Drop your right heel towards the ground and breathe into that calf stretch. Switch, bend your right knee, straighten your left leg. Take a breath. And do that a few more times on your own here, pedaling out your legs. If your hands feel slippery on your mat, you could always use blocks or grab the outer edges of your mat instead. We're going to lift both heels up off the ground, keeping the legs straight. Think about squeezing a block between your inner thighs. And then we're going to drop the heels off to the right side. Keep pressing evenly into your hands, firm your thighs. Bring the heels back to center and over to the left. Firm down the outer edge of your left foot, inner blade of your right. Keep pushing into your hands, relax your neck. Back to center, high on your tippy toes. Walk it all the way up to the front of your space. Feet are going to step nice and wide when you get there. Bend your knees any amount. You can grab elbows, or I like to kind of clasp the hands behind the head, especially if you hold some tension in your upper back, neck, or shoulders. This just helps to add a little extra pressure to decompress your spine. If you're rounding your back a lot, bend your knees more. Focus less on the aesthetic of the shape, more on the feel. Inhale, lift up halfway. Let's crawl the hands over to the right side with a little bend in the right knee. Pull your left outer hip back. Breathe down your left side. Now we've done this before. Take your left hand to your right ankle. Switch and bend your left knee, straighten your right leg, and reach your right arm up. So you're now twisting to the right leg is straight. Lean your skull a little to the left. You can stay there or half wrap your right arm behind your back, kind of twisting like a pretzel for 3, 2. Keep your left hand there. Take your right hand and reach over for your left ankle so your arms are crossed, kind of like we did in that seated position. Keep your left arm on the bottom as you make eagle arms. Maybe a little bend in the knees as you push into your feet, rise all the way up to stand. Lift your elbows towards the ceiling, lean back. Take a nice big inhale. Open mouth, exhale. Come back up to stand, reach both arms up. Exhale, walk your right hand down your right leg. Take a side bend over to the right. Squeeze your right obliques. Again, left palm down or even turning the palm back. Inhale, back to center, reach up. Side bend over to the left. Right palm down or flipped back. Wrap your outer right armpit around. Come back to center, reach up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lift halfway. Crawl your hands over to the left side with a little bend in your left knee. Right leg is straight, plugging the right hip crease back. Feel a nice stretch from the right hip all the way through the pinky finger. Your right hand will grab your left ankle. Now the left leg goes straight, the right knee bends, reach your left arm up. Kind of lean a little to the right. An option to half wrap left arm behind your back. wringing out your spine. Focus on your breathing. Last 2. Keep your right hand where it is. Take your left hand, grab your right ankle if possible, or shin, so the arms are crossed. Squeeze your legs, pull. Keep your right arm on the bottom, eagle wrap your arms, maybe a little bend in your knees as you rise all the way up to stand. Lift your elbows, push your hips slightly forward, take an inhale. Open mouth, exhale. Come back up, unravel your arms, inhale, reach up. Side bend to the left first. Reach your left hand down your left leg. Firm your thighs, lift your kneecaps. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, side bend to the right. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lift halfway. Plant your hands, step back, right foot, left foot to plank. With or without your knees, lower chaturanga. Squeeze your belly as you go down. Inhale, it's cobra or upward facing dog. Your exhale takes you back to downward facing dog. Feet are hip distance. Hands shoulder width or a little wider if you need. Your wrist crease is parallel with the front of your mat, and you're gripping a bit with your finger pads. You always have the option to put a bend in your knees. Focus more on the spine being straight and the sides of the body lengthening. Bring your feet together, then lift your right leg up behind you. Option for the right hand to grab the outer edge of the mat as you bend your right knee, stack your hips open. You could kick your heel to your butt or take some big circles at your right hip joint. Square your hips. Crunch right knee to nose, squeeze your belly, lift your shin a little higher. Inhale, right leg goes up and back. Exhale, step to your right thumb. Feel free to grab blocks. Bump your left foot a little to the left, and then bend and straighten into your legs a few times here. Lower your left knee to the ground, Anjane B. Reach both arms up overhead. Take an inhale. As you exhale, twist to your right, left hand on your knee. So your hand is pushing into your knee and vice versa. Squeeze your left glute as you sink your hips forward. Think about wringing out your spine, looking back towards your right thumb for 3, 2. Inhale, reach both arms up, lean back any amount. Exhale, half splits. Straighten your right leg, flex your toes. I like to grab the toes and even pull them back here. Feel free to keep a little bend in the knee. Again, focus more on the spine being straight. Track your sternum over your right shin bone and relax your jaw for 3, 2, and 1. Let's go ahead and take this all the way to the back into a modified side plank. So left hand to the back, spin your left shin off of your mat, and you're in this modified side plank with the right leg straight. Nudge your hips a little forward and pull your front ribs in. Take a nice big inhale. As you exhale, right hand down at the back, tabletop. Come up to stand on your knees. You're facing the back of your mat, going for a gentle camel pose, hands to the lower back, tailbone going down, chest lifting up, start to lean back. Try not to take the hips with you. Keep pushing the hips forward while pulling the inner thighs towards each other. Lift yourself back up. Hands to your mat, cat pose round. One time, inhale, cow. Exhale, tuck your toes, downward facing dog. You're facing the back of your mat. Bring your feet together. Lift your left leg up. Option for the left hand to grab the outer edge of the mat. Bend your left knee, stack your hips. Take some big circles, kick your heel, whatever feels good here. Square your hips. Crunch left knee to your nose. Squeeze your low belly, protract your shoulders. Inhale, left leg up. Exhale, step to your left thumb. Bump your right foot a little to the right, runner's lunge, and move around a bit here to your liking. Lower your right knee, Anjaneyasana B. Reach both arms up. Hug your inner thighs towards your midline. Take an inhale. Exhale, twist to your left, right hand on your knee, and knee pushing back into your hand. Create some leverage there and drive down into your left heel. See if you can look back towards your left thumb for 3, 2, 1. Inhale, reach up, lean back any amount. Exhale, half splits. Option to grab your toes and pull them back. Keep your right hip stacked over your right knee. So if you have to scoot your heel forward, that's totally fine. But try not to push your hips back and sit down on your right heel. Release that, taking this to the front, spin your right shin behind you, take your right hand to the front of your mat into a modified side plank. The left toes turn in and the left leg is straight like a warrior 2 or side angle. Roll your top hip a little forward, left palm face down or back behind you so the pinky is down. Then we'll go left hand down, tabletop, face the front of your mat. Come up to stand on your knees once again. Hands to your lower back, Ustrasana, camel pose. Lift chest and sternum and then lean back. Maybe on this one, you're ready to reach back for your heels. Hips going forward, inner thighs tugging back for 3. Shin bones and toenails push down. 2. And 1. Lift yourself back up. Hands down, round your back cats. Inhale, cow. Exhale, downward facing dog. Lift your heels, look forward, step right foot, left foot, or jump to the front of your mat. Your feet can be together or hip distance. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise, reach all the way up. Exhale, bring your hands to your heart. Close your eyes for a moment and bring your arms down by your side. Check back in on your breathing, even in, even out, with that slight pause at the top and the bottom. Inhale, reach both arms up. Look up with the eyes open or closed. Exhale, forward fold. Push all your breath out. Inhale, lift halfway, chest out. Step back, left foot, then right foot, with or without your knees lower, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, Urdhva Mukha, upward facing or cobra. Exhale, Adho Mukha, downward facing dog. Heels can bump out slightly. Think about firming your thighs, lifting your kneecaps, pushing the thigh bones back. Front ribs pull in. And just like we've been doing, we're hollowing the armpits, feeling space in the upper back. Head is heavy, neck relaxed. Soften jaw, tongue. Muscles in your throat are a little bit engaged to keep that restriction. Ujjayi breath. Lift your heels, look forward, step left foot, right foot, or jump to the front of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Bend into your knees, sit back, Utkatasana. Feet can be together or hip distance, but I want the weight in your heels. Palms face in or even pinkies in, palms facing up. Take an inhale. Exhale, sweep your arms back and lift your heels. Fire up your calf muscles, press into the ball of your foot. Steady your gaze and then try to keep your heels lifted as you inhale, rise, reach up. The worst thing that happens is you just drop your heels down. Otherwise, try to keep squeezing your legs, pull your rib cage down, and then see how slowly you can keep your heels lifted and dive your hands towards the ground. Try to go slower than I did. If you get all the way down when your hands are there, you have the option for Bakasana, hands down, grip with your finger pads. You'll bend your knees and your elbows so your knees go high into your armpits. Look forward, grip with your fingers, maybe one or both feet lift up off the ground. Squeeze your low belly. Try to bring your feet together to help engage your inner thighs. Keep your gaze forward and capture your breath. This is totally optional. If you'd rather hold a plank, do that. When you're ready, step or jump your feet back. Vinyasa. Inhale up. Exhale back. Downward facing dog. Take an inhale, lift your right leg behind you. Exhale, step your right foot to your right thumb. Bump your left foot a little bit to the left and come up to a high lunge crescent warrior. Back heel and back knee off the mat. Hug your right hip a little bit back. Lift your hip points and pull your front ribs in. Take an inhale. Exhale, twist open to your right. You can go hand to knee or arms wide. Keep hugging your right hip crease back and squeeze your left glute. Let your right hand find your left hamstring. Reach your left arm up. Stay heavy in your front heel. You can square your chest to the front here. Look forward or up. Take an inhale. Exhale, left hand down inside your right foot, twist. Keep pumping up your back leg. Avoid the right knee falling out. So press down with the ball of your right foot. Look down, spin your back foot flat. Come on up, reverse triangle. 2 straight legs. Right hand high-fiving the space behind you. And then think inner left hip, inner left thigh towards your right heel. Bend your right knee for side angle pose. Feel free to adjust your stance. Right elbow to the thigh, hand to mat. Left arm can reach up or reach out. If you're reaching out again, palm or pinky down so you feel the outer left tricep wrap around. Front ribs are hugging in for 3, 2. Skandasana at the back of your mat. Turn your left toes out. Feel free to use your hands for support here as you kind of settle into it. Flex your right foot with the toes pointing up. You want to maintain a little bit of buoyancy in this left hip. So if you feel like you've gone all the way down and you can't get back up, try to lift your hips a little bit more until you find that slight bounce once again. Use your hands to help you. Flip this around to the back of your mat, runner. Lower your right knee to the ground. Let's reach both arms up into that low lunge Anjaneyasana B. You might like to interlace your hands here. Press down with the top of your right foot as you curl back. Plant your hands. Step your left foot back to meet your right foot and lower with your exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, cobra, up dog. Exhale takes you back, downward facing dog. We'll go into the left side. Lift your left leg up behind you. Step your left foot to your left thumb. Bump your right foot slightly right. Come up high lunge, crescent warrior. Back heel and knee are off the mat. Reach up from your sides. Try to level your pelvis. Take an inhale. Exhale, twist open to your left. Nudge your left hip a little bit to the right. Press down with the ball and heel of your front foot. Left hand to your right hamstring. You can now square your chest to the front. Gaze forward, or for more of a challenge, gaze up. Inhale. Exhale softly, right hand down inside your foot. Pump up your back leg a lot, so keep it firm and active. Left hip pulling back and nudging right. Look down, spin your back foot flat, 2 straight legs, reverse triangle. So think inner right thigh or hip towards your left heel. Squeeze your legs, lift your kneecaps. Bend your left knee for side angle. Feel free to lengthen your stance. Left toes should still be pointing to the back of your mat. Squeeze your outer left hip and then push your hips a little bit forward. Skandasana at the front of your mat. Spin your right toes out. The knee will point out in the direction of the toes. You want to go to a point where you still feel some buoyancy with your hips. So feel free to use your hands for support. Make your left leg really active. And then use your hands, flip this around to the front of your mat, runner's lunge. Lower your left knee to the ground, Anjane B. Reach up, interlace opposite, or whatever you did on the other side, try to even that out. Lean back any amount here, keep the integrity of the pose, pressing down top of the left foot. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, back bend. Exhale, down dog. Take a breath in and out. Let's step the feet out nice and wide. Bring your thumbs together. You can walk the hands back a few inches if you need. Take your left hand and reach for your outer right ankle. If you can't reach, you'll just walk your right hand back a little bit more. Nudge your hips to the left. Squeeze your legs, lift your kneecaps. Right palm push down and forward for 3, 2. Thumbs touch, and then walk the hands a little bit more forward again. Step your right foot outside your right hand into lizard pose. You have the option to drop down to your forearms, but keep your back knee lifted for now. Notice if you're rounding your upper back or neck. Think sternum pulling forward, crown of the head going towards the wall in front of you. Your back leg is really strong and your right hip is hugging back for 3, 2. Lower your left knee, spin your right toes out, right hand to your thigh or right hand for your back foot, crooked monkey pose. I like to pull the left heel in for an additional quad stretch. You could also kick back for more of a chest or heart opener here. If this is too much on your left wrist, you can make a fist or use a block for 3, 2, 1. Release your back foot, wiggle your right foot in and find pyramid pose. Shorten your stance, angle your left toes out. A great time for blocks if you need. Try to pull your sternum a little forward. Left hip goes forward and right hip hugs back. Feel the sensation of hugging your inner thighs together like you have magnets on them. Left hand mat or block, Parivrtta Trikonasana. The right arm can reach up. I also like the right hand to the hip or lower back as a reminder to keep your right hip crease hugging back. Keep squeezing the inner thighs towards each other. Think tailbone back, crown of the head forward, maintaining the integrity of your spine and the pose. Last 3. You can look out to the right or up to your right thumb. 2. 1. Right hand down, crisscross your left foot up behind your right foot, and then crawl your hands over to the right. You can bend the right knee any amount here. You could even bend your left knee as well. Come back to center. I want you to keep your ankles crossed. It's kind of awkward, so you might just wiggle your feet a little bit more towards the center, but keep the right shin in front of the left. Push into your feet. Inhale, rise. Reach all the way up. Eagle wrap your right arm underneath your left arm, and then bend your knees. You can lift the right leg up a little bit more or keep the toes down if you'd like a modified variation. Hug your right hip crease back. Think fingers towards the ceiling. Pull your front ribs in. Steady your gaze on one spot. Push down into your left heel for 3. Embrace the wobbles. 2. As you stand up, right knee lift in front of you. Unravel your arms. Your left hand will grab your knee or the outer edge of your foot. Again, focus more on the integrity of your spine. So if you're going for your foot and you start to round all the way forward, grab your knee instead. Try to stand up tall, squeeze your left glute, lift your sternum for 3. Engage your right hip flexor and your low belly. 2. Take a long step back to warrior 2. Take a moment to align your feet, then straighten your left leg, reverse triangle. High five the space behind you, or the right hand can grab the left wrist and pull this back. Triangle pose. Reach out, then down, grab your shin or a block. Track your spine over your left leg, even if you have to walk your hand up a little higher. Squeeze your outer left hip back. Pull your sternum forward towards the front of your mat. Stay there or reach your top arm out for 3. Active legs, active breath. 2. And 1. Skandasana at the back of your mat. Sweep this around, the right toes spin out. Any variation you like here. If you're with me, you might like to take a seat for this gait variation. Your left hand will grab your right ankle or your right waist. Reach your right arm up and then take a side bend over to the left. Keep flexing your left foot. It does not matter if you can reach your foot. Try to spiral your chest up towards the ceiling. Push your right knee wide to the right for 3, 2, and 1. Sit yourself back up. Use your hands to help support you and flip this around towards the back of your mat. Frame your right foot and then send your right leg high behind you, 3-leg downward dog. Bend your knee, stack your hips like we did in the beginning. Stay there, or if you're going wild, shift forward. Slow, roll to the outer edge of your left foot, step your right foot behind. Think side plank on the left. Try to wrap your right hip a little forward. And then nice and slow, we'll flip this around and find a right side pigeon pose facing the back of your mat. Your left shin stays straight, left leg stays straight behind you. Drop down to your forearms if you'd like. If you'd like more of an active pigeon variation, that's something I've kind of been working on lately. So you'll stay up and maintain some buoyancy in your hips. There is no better or worse. You just kind of have to think about your lifestyle and let your practice supplement all the other things that you do. I talk about this a lot when I work with private clients because some of them, yes, want to be really good at yoga, but a lot of times people seek out private yoga instruction really to just stay healthy, stay moving, or get better at maybe the sport that they enjoy or rehab an injury. So it's not necessarily about mastering the pose, it's about being able to continue living your life the way that you like. So allow the poses to work for you. Focus a little bit less on making them look perfect or like you think they should. You can stay where you are, or you could add a twist, left arm threading through. You could also come up and reach for your back foot, your left foot again, kind of like you did maybe in crooked monkey pose. Again, you can kind of pull that heel in for a quad stretch, or you could kick back. Maybe the right arm reaches up and over into more of a mermaid shape here. If you're doing that mermaid shape, try to square your chest towards the front. And then we'll release. Right hand down, left hand down, step back, vinyasa, or go directly back to downward facing dog. You'll be facing the back of your mat in down dog, and you'll step your feet out wide. Walk your hands back a few inches and bring your thumbs to touch. This time your right hand reaches for your left ankle. If you can't reach, walk your hands back a little more. Firm your thighs a lot. Relax your neck and your jaw. If your heels are down, try to get lighter in your toes. Right thumb meets left thumb. Walk the hands a little forward again. Step your left foot outside your left hand, lizard pose, facing the back of your mat. You can drop down to your forearms. Think about leveling your pelvis. You'll notice the left hip is likely higher than the right hip. So think right thigh active and push forward. Left hip back and down. So you're sinking into the left hip. Chest forward, crown of the head forward, neutral spine for 3, 2, 1. Right knee lowers, left toes out, crooked monkey or crooked lizard pose. Left hand to your thigh or back foot. Remember those options, pulling or kicking, 2 different sensations. Release your back foot if you have it. Wiggle your left foot in and find pyramid pose. Shorten your stance. You're pulling your sternum a little forward and to the left, so it already feels like a slight twist. I like the feet on train tracks. You can put your heels in line if you prefer, but I find that unless you have pretty narrow hips, that doesn't feel super great. Try to keep some weight in your back foot, especially as we start to twist. So both legs really active. Lift your kneecaps up. Right hand down, mat or block. Left arm will reach out, maybe up. Left hand can also go to the waist or the lower back as a reminder to pull the left hip crease back. Tailbone back, crown of the head forward. So the spine's not rounding. Spine is straight, but you're wringing it out for 3. Don't compromise your breath. 2. 1, left hand down. Step your right foot up behind your left foot. Bend left knee, maybe right knee as you walk your hands left. Walk your hands back to center. You're going to keep your ankles crossed, but kind of awkwardly wiggle them back towards the middle of your mat, just so the next transition is easier. Left shin stays in front. Push into your feet. Squeeze your inner thighs as you rise all the way up. Your left arm wraps under your right arm in an eagle wrap. Bend your knees. Maybe you lift your left leg up and over, or you can stay in that modified variation. Hug your left hip crease back to help bring your knees through center. I know it feels like holding your breath will help these balancing poses, but I promise that's not the case. See if you can sit a little lower into your right heel for 3, 2. Stand up, left knee lift in front of you, foot flexed. Unravel your arms, right hand, knee, or foot. Again, focus more on standing up tall and leveling your pelvis. So we also don't want this left hip to hike up super high. You want to keep your hips level and wring out your spine. Squeeze your right glute for stability. Lift your sternum. 3. Engage your left hip flexor, low belly. 2. Long step back, warrior 2. Take a moment if you need to readjust your feet. Straighten your legs, reverse triangle. Option for the left hand to grab the right wrist up top. And we're going triangle pose. Reach out, then down. Spine over right leg. Right hip hugging back and sternum going beyond the back of your mat. So you want to try to maintain some of this length through the right side as best you can. Option for the top arm to reach out. So it's more of a side stretch on the left, but we're doing our best to keep some length along the right side as well. Firm your thighs. And Skandasana at the front. Spin your left toes out a tad, and then feel free to take a seat here if you're with me going into that side stretch. Right hand will grab your left ankle or left waist, reach your left arm up and over. Doesn't matter if you reach your foot or not, try to spiral your chest up. And then keep pushing the left knee wide to the left, your right leg stays firm. So focus more on the sensation, the alignment of the pose than making it look perfect or sacrificing the shape to grab your foot. Bring yourself back up. Use your hands if you need help. Flip this around to the front, runner's lunge. Firmly plant your hands. Send your left leg high behind you, 3-leg downward dog. Bend your knee and stack your hips. Stay there, or for wild, shift forward. Think right side plank and see how softly you can land your left toes behind you. It's not just the poses done with intention and purpose, but the transitions as well. So just as slowly flipping this all the way around into a left side pigeon pose. Left knee a little outside the left wrist, right leg long behind you. We want to maintain even or level weight in the hips so you're not just rolling to one side. You choose more of that active upright pigeon or sleeping pigeon. As we start to slow things down, notice the quality, the speed, the cadence even of your thoughts. So as the body and the breathing slows down, many times the thoughts start to come in at a faster pace. When you roll out your mat, you're making a commitment to your practice. And that's not only just the physical practice, but all of the other things that come with it. So committing to non-attachment, presence, mindfulness, withdrawal of your senses, all of the yamas and niyamas that don't often get talked about in a traditional or a modern yoga class, I guess you could say. So remembering that when the mind starts to race, that this practice isn't just something physical, it is also the energetic, emotional practice of watching the thoughts pass, not attaching. Stay where you are or at a twist. Maybe come up for your back foot. Try whatever you did on the other side. And then release your foot, unravel, plant your hands, step back for your final vinyasa here. Lift your heels, step or jump through to a seated position facing the front. Let's go legs straight, Purvottanasana. So we did bench pose. That would be a good alternative if this one feels way too intense. So straight legs, hands behind you. Again, I like the fingers forward. Fingers can go outwards too. Start to think reverse plank. That's the name of the game. Lift your hips, toes towards the ground, inner thighs spiral towards each other. Gaze up or gaze back. Feel a spread on your shoulder blades for 3, 2, and 1. Lower your hips down, lie all the way down onto your back. It's a really tough pose. Hug your knees into your chest. And at least one where we don't really do that one a lot here in person, at least the classes that I teach or attend. So in the Phoenix area, roll out your ankles, maybe your knees. I was talking with my teacher training group the other day about how the yoga style is different studio to studio, but really city to city, state to state. So it's always fun to share this practice on YouTube because everyone is in a different demographic place. Plant your feet flat on your mat, arms by your side, bridge pose. Lift your hips. Slight scoop of your tailbone, inner thighs like magnets. If you're ready for upward bow, you could put your hands beside you, thumbs in, elbows up, and then lift your head, torso off the ground as well. We'll be in any of those back bends for 3. Keep your toes forward, legs strong 2, and 1. Start to lower yourself down. Take a breath. And then we'll do one more, bridge or upward facing bow. You could also go bridge with a bind. So lifting the hips, maybe interlacing hands underneath you, feeling more space across your chest. Or if you're ready again for upward bow, protract your shoulders, then lift yourself up. Stay strong in your legs and smooth out your breath. Tuck your chin, lower yourself down, nice and slow, steady. Hug your knees into your chest. Happy baby, knees to armpits. Grab your feet, ankles behind the knees. Tailbone down, slight tuck of your chin. Think entire spine, trying to get down to the ground. Feel free to straighten one leg at a time. Let's go legs up, waterfall or shoulder stand. I honestly don't really like shoulder stand, kind of hurts my neck, but also with the mic, everything kind of my voice gets very jumbled. So if you're going shoulder stand, you can do that with your hands or a block, but you do want your feet over your knees, over your elbows instead of over your face. Waterfall is just hips on the ground. It's a little bit more restorative, calming. If you're going shoulder stand, you want to press it to the back of your skull and your shoulders so there's less pressure in your neck. You can also take your legs overhead to plow pose. Try that with the toes untucked. So the tops of the feet down, but you could tuck your toes if you need. And then just breathe as deeply as you can there. From plow pose, you might like ear pressure pose. Knees squeeze your temples. And especially if you're doing that closing sequence, shoulder stand, plow, ear pressure, you want to make sure you do a counter pose. Usually that's a fish pose. Could also be a Supta Baddha Konasana, but really something to counter all of that rounding in your neck, your cervical spine. So for fish pose, you'll kind of trap your fingers underneath your tailbone, forearms are down. Toes point or flex, but they're active. Spread your shoulder blades, drop your head back. You should feel a nice stretch at the front of your throat for 3. Head is floating off the ground. 2. Lion's breath. Tuck your chin, lower yourself down. I'll finish this up with a twist, and if there's anything else you'd like to do, go for it. Wrap your right leg over your left leg and take your arms wide. Drop both knees over to the left side and gaze off to the right side. The hips are kind of stacked, inner thighs are soft. Wiggle your left shoulder a little to the left. Think about this as like kind of the marinating or the absorbing time for your practice. Letting all of that fresh, rejuvenated energy settle. Bring your knees back to center. Swap it out. Left leg on top, knees fall right, gaze left. The hips are kind of stacked. You wiggle your right shoulder a little to the right, gaze off to the left. Let's start to bring the knees back to center and unravel your legs. If there's anything else you'd like before finishing up your practice, now's a great time to go there. When you're ready, extend your legs, let your toes flop out. Arms are by your side with your palms up. Shoulder blades are flat underneath you. And here is like the real absorption time, the real integration time in Shavasana. So if you skip this part, you still get a lot of benefits, but you're kind of missing the cherry on top of the practice, the dessert of your yoga. So practicing the stillness, practicing the letting go, practice the observation of thoughts without attachment or judgment. Total physical and mental rest. Shavasana. Take your next breath a little bit deeper. Take a complete exhale. And then welcome very gentle movement back to the fingers and toes. Head side to side. Extend your legs, extend your arms, take a big, big, big reach. Hug your knees into your chest. Roll to your right or left side. And with the eyes remaining closed, make your way up to a seat. Hands to your heart center. Take a moment to honor your dedication to your practice, physical and energetic. Some days the physical is what seems challenging. Some days it's just the slowing down, stillness, the racing thoughts. Just appreciating whatever this practice brought up or brought to you today. Deep breath in and out. It's always an honor to be your guide, from my heart to yours. Namaste. Thanks for choosing to practice with me and subscribing to my channel. I truly, truly appreciate it. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Feel free to connect with me on my website, emmapigeonyoga.com, for retreats, workshops, in-person classes, or on Instagram. I love to see where you are practicing with me. And yeah, thank you so much. I'll see you next time.